Have you ever wanted to make a successful Roblox game and have no idea where to start? Maybe you're a new builder or a new scripter and you're just looking for a little something to give you that extra boost. Well, in this series, that's pretty much what we're doing. Right here is a free Roblox game template called Racing, and what we're doing is trying to turn it into a game that can earn 100,000 Robux, which is, it's a lot, and quite frankly, might be a little too much to ask. But here's the old map, aka the map that we started with. Here's the vehicles we've started with. And let me show you guys the new one. Boom! Now, as you can see, first things first, we've added terrain all around the map, added new trees for more decoration, and everything is less flat as there's hills all around. And if we go into here, we have pine trees and cactuses, which look pretty good with this arch. And let's just check this out versus the old one right here, guys. If you go into here, it's just real dark, not really too much happening, and this is just like a spot in the middle. Anyways, as you can see, it's very easy to edit these games. Now, I'm super excited to bring back this series as a lot of people have been requesting it, and I finally found a programmer that wants to help with this endeavor. That's the only reason it was gone for so long. So the main build is done, and I think the next thing that I want to do is make sure this volume is a little lower. Let's just segue to that. No, I think the next thing I want to do is add some sort of a lobby, so you're not just walking around and having to go jump into a car. I want there to be a lobby where you can potentially vote on maps, even though I don't think we're going to build many maps too soon anyways. But you're in this lobby. From there, you wait until the race is about to start, and it will spawn all the players inside of a vehicle. This way, no one can have head starts and all of that stuff. And after all the players spawn inside of a vehicle, there will be a countdown. Hey, 3, 2, 1, and go. Another thing that we're gonna have to do is add invisible walls around the whole racetrack, just so players can't go off course and get lost, because in a racing game, if you don't hit the checkpoints, well, you're kind of playing yourself. So I guess first things I need to do is go ahead and build this lobby and hit up the programmer after I build the lobby to see if he can make us spawn there and then teleport to our cars when a race is beginning in, let's say, 3 seconds. Now, I think first off, I'm just gonna have a spawn pad on top of this, and this will be our actual spawn location. Of course, not the fully built lobby, because I need to draw out an idea and think about my asset list. But we are gonna have to make invisible walls all around this, and I do want to include some sort of a shortcut just for the people who are watching this series. So to start adding the invisible walls, I'm gonna use a plugin. Let me find it real quick. I think it's this one by Kritham. It's called Path Creator, and all you have to do is click click create path, and I'm gonna put it here, and I'm just gonna follow very roughly, by the way, because I still want players to have a little bit of room to go off course if they'd like, but I don't want them to get lost. So I'm gonna kind of follow this whole thing right here, and since it's pretty level ground, we shouldn't have too many problems with what I'm about to do. But we do need to go all the way around the outside of this track, just like this, and it's probably gonna take just a little second. Should we let them go in the water? Can they get out if they go in there? I don't think so. We're gonna have to block off the water. Now, I do want to make it so they can still like hit this kind of dead end. Because yeah, there's got to be some traps, right? There we go. We're starting to get a little more blocky, which makes it quite a bit easier to add these in. This is a huge one that a lot of people fall off in. And by a lot of people, I mean me while I test. Now, guys, I did decide to manually place the walls simply because I don't think they need to follow the path exactly. In fact, if the players couldn't go off the path at all, it might get a little boring. Of course, there's still going to be walls on this side, but they're going to be a little less restrictive. Kind of like what you see here, how you could still go kind of off the path, but you can't go too far out of bounds to where you fall off the map, or you can't find your way back onto the right path. So I'm gonna keep going with these invisible walls. Well, these walls still be invisible a bit in the future, and yeah, I bet I didn't anchor them. Oh Lord, please tell me. Oh yeah, okay, listen, we can make this work. Invisible walls, anchor. Woo! Okay, now we do need our spawn pad back over here for now. The scripter said it's gonna take him just a couple days, so it'll all still be in one video for you guys, but it's gonna be a little bit for me. That means I could probably get the lobby pretty much fully built, as well as, well, I guess the invisible walls are probably done. We're about to check it out though in the force field car, and we're just gonna go around. Of course they will be invisible later on. Ooh, maybe that could be a fun shortcut as well. Let me just like come up the map. you know, it's gonna be a lot harder than than easy. But I am excited for people to find shortcuts because I feel like that's what makes racing games like actually fun. What if I made this sort of like Trackmania but in Roblox? So instead of racing each other, you would be battling it out for the leaderboard spot, and whoever could get the fastest time would win. That does mean there needs to be a lot different gameplay than the base version that Roblox has given us, so that's something as well. Oh, okay, so these are floating a little bit, but that's an easy fix. Let's go. I'm just trying to make sure you can drive through the whole thing without the invisible barriers like messing you up. Look, here's a shortcut right here, boys. I don't know if that saved any time at all, by the way. But yeah, you could drive through the whole thing without the barriers messing up, which is very nice. I do need to bring all of them a little bit lower. Hey, look, there's the scripter guy. If you guys like his work, go check out his YouTube channel. Link in the description below. All right, guys, so I've been putting a little bit of a lobby together. I'd imagine we're gonna have some sort of a shop to where you can spend your coins to maybe buy different cars or upgrades for your cars. I'm not exactly sure how we want to do everything just yet, but I do know we want to make it cool, of course. So let's grab some rocks. I think I want to do like a massive waterfall thing simply because, oh, I'm on paint. I need add. There we go. I think I want to do a waterfall thing because it makes lobbies just look a little more alive, and yeah, nobody wants a dead lobby. So I think I'm gonna do something like this, maybe one more. It's gonna be kind of a centerpiece. Now I'm gonna go to smooth with none or no plane lock, and we're just gonna smooth that down the side so it looks a little less step-ish, and we're gonna smooth all this down here. We could probably make it a hole here, and it would be like real terrain water. Let's do that. Erode all of this, and it's just gonna make it a little more flat. We'll go something like this, I think. Now I'm gonna put this part right down here. Wow, that's very far down there. Let's move that back up a little bit. All right, let's put it like, okay, like just like this. I'm gonna make it fill up this whole space. We can bring it up a little bit. I don't want it over the grass by any means. Maybe something like this, and we're gonna try part to terrain, which is a nice plugin, and we're just gonna pick water and click. That's snow. Okay, water. There we go. So now we have some water, and then we just have to add a cool little waterfall right here. So to start things out, I'm going to use another plugin called Waterfall Generator, which is just so clutch for a starting point anyways. And you could definitely use them as like your final waterfall as well. But if you want a bit of uniqueness, then, you know, you'll have to edit it a little bit. So here's this at 64 and 64. Let's make this a little more. I do wish these numbers actually updated and there was like, I don't know, it just a little more nice. So that'll work for that. There's our waterfall. At the very least, it'll be our temporary one. And then we need to go back to part to terrain and make that water once again. Yeah, that definitely looks pretty cool. Now we're going to use our paint tool here and grab some grass. Of course, we want this, and we want to be a very small thing. And we're just going to paint grass on the top right up here. Maybe a little step on some of these just to break it up a little bit. And then I like adding slate as well. This is just going to give that little bit of extra depth and all that good stuff. So here's what we got. Let me go ahead and spawn in. Oh yeah, this is a pretty good size as well. So we could just run around here. We do have paths. The spawn will of course be in the middle. And then once we put trees, rocks, and some other stuff. Ooh, how do I gotta figure out how to smooth that. There is a smooth tool, so that's probably the way to go. But here's our lobby. All right, guys. So I've added in some trees and some rocks, and the scripter's also gotten a bit of work as well. Now I do think I'll need to make new trees for this. My normal building style is very cartoon-esque, low poly, and that's where these trees came from, but they don't overly match the terrain of the map or the colors or really anything. So our invisible barriers are done. Our lobby is closer. Let's check this out. I did flatten everything. There's a cool tool. I was gonna use smooth, but there's actually one called flatten, which helped so much with this. And if we click play, I could show you guys what we got done for this episode. Check it out. Would you like to join a race? If you click yes, we'll wait for this countdown to go to 1, and then it will put you in a car and you can start driving. Now, we're still going to make it so your car is fully stopped and it cannot move until the countdown is done. But for today, I think we got a lot of progress done, and especially changed up the entire gameplay from just spawning. Are these? Oh, my invisible wall, I guarantee it. But we've definitely changed up the gameplay from the original game, which is something you're going to want to do if you want to make a free game into any bit of Robux. But guys, I do think that is going to wrap it up for today's video. If you did enjoy and you want to see more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.